Alright, Sunday, it's around the corner. Sunday, Saturday's here. Just enjoying it while I can.
So why don't you guys start me off with a recap of what happened last time?
Sure. Prior to entering the Elemental Planet Wood, we have met up with a new player character run by our very own Nectarak. I believe they are Luthien. And this elf has explained to us that essentially they're here on a mission as well to take on the foul forces that come from the Phoenix variety, if not mistaken. The Tree Razor. With some explanation and, just introductions, we decided as a group we will head to the Elemental Planet Wood to seek out an end to Tree Razor and Rosadoya. With plenty of planning, we made our way to it, in which we have met a ton of kineticists, if not mistaken. All of them with elemental gates, not some of them, or all of them not being wood. Funny
Nobody
enough.
likes wood.
It's weird.
Everyone's a fire kineticist here.
Yep. Why? I don't know. But yeah. Apparently Rosadoya has already entered this elemental plane, about maybe 3 or 4 or 5 days ahead of us. And already introduced himself to this sect of elementalists, or kineticists, excuse me, and introduced himself as, I'm here to make things great, and the next people that come in, they're going to be assholes, and that's where we made our little roadblock here with the kineticists. Through proper persuasion and just general shenanigans, we have made our way to an oncoming dinner with the head of these elementalists. I keep saying elementalists because it sounds better. I don't know why.
That's fine. I know what you mean.
But in our abodes where we are staying underneath this great tree and its roots, we have met with not one but two giant worms who are eating at the roots. Through attempting animal husbandry to ensure that these worms weren't going to do harm, we ended up making them a bit more harmful than anticipated, and unfortunately had to put them both down. Now we're here, trying to make favor and show face so we can get the hell out of here and go face down Rosadoya wherever they may be in this elemental plane.
Just a slight correction that we are not having dinner with the head honcho. We are having dinner with an old lady that has a lot of influence, but our whole deal is how to make the head honcho come out of his abode to actually talk to us, because he's an asshole that doesn't do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's see how well your plan works out, because so far, I think your elf did something that attracted a lot of attention, because that was half the distance, I believe. Let me make sure. Yeah, half the distance. So she can reach half of the Cradle of Knot at once.
If I stand in the right spot, I can probably have the entire town hear me.
Burn every 90 degrees, and just hit one quarter.
Yeah, if I stand basically here. Oh, that's my fault. I hit the space bar.
Whoa! I'm particularly paused. Whoa!
Farewell.
Go to character. Move. Yeah, if I stand here, I can get everything over there and most of down here.
Sweet.
If you want me to be loud.
I mean, that's the whole purpose, right? Be loud, get noticed.
Yeah, you can
Get
definitely
driven out of the city.
you can definitely try that if you feel it will help you.
Davos, I have a great idea. These people construct everything they have of wood. What do you think a society like this would do if you were to, say, introduce tools of stone?
That was what I was talking about when I was saying that the trinkets, the accessories are nice, but these people seem to be more survival focused. They try to basically every day is a struggle that they try to survive against the encroaching woods. So that's why their society, I think, is like that. Breed, make slaves, work. Everyone that is in the cradle has to work in order to provide to the society and stuff like that. So that's what initially I was saying, that the accessories are nice, but maybe something that will be more practical, more focused on their way of life will be better. In that sense, I can shape stone a little bit, not make like precision work, but if it's something like a stone axe maybe, or something like that, so that they can more easily cut the woods, I think I can do that.
All you need is to just make a bunch of stone axe heads, and someone in the group can probably sharpen them.
Yeah, that said, I thought we wanted to keep it in the down low about the quantity we can produce, hence why we have the small trinkets as to bring forth the people, and maybe we have like 20 or so axes or something like that to be given to special people for privileges. I'm not sure that I feel safe, to be fair, with like a whole city. If they notice that I can make those at will, maybe they will even think about capturing me, keeping me here for all eternity to make them tools.
Well, they already have slaves, so you might be right.
That said, I can go like in the abode that they provided us, and maybe try making those axes.
Okay.
In private, yeah. And I'll keep watch so no one comes down to watch you make them, so no one knows you're making them.
Alright, it sounds like you guys have your downtime activities ready. Why don't you give me your weekly rolls?
Yay.
Because you'll be
Gonna-
earning your keep while you're here.
I'm gonna do manual labor with athletics.
Okay. Earn income. There we go. Here's the macro.
And what level is this at? Character level?
This is at character level, correct. And the settlement level is, I believe, settlement level 14? I think that's correct. Let me check.
And how many days am I rolling this downtime activity for?
For at least 1 week, please, because nothing will happen till after the first week.
How much food do we have again?
How much what do you have?
How much food do we have again? Rations?
We had a couple of weeks, right?
Just making sure.
It's settlement level 12.
Who had the backpack with the?
There you go. Luthien does manual labor.
How about the rest of you? What downtime activities you doing? Davos is doing crafting?
No, that's not downtime. That takes like no time at all to make something that's like less than 2 bulk, which I assume that an axe head is less than 2 bulk, is like 2 actions. So that will be done fairly quickly.
Okay. You want
I will be taking one of those axes. I want to do like manual labor in the form. From what I understand, the situation here, the forest keeps expanding and they keep using like pyrokineticist and other means to keep the forest at bay, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I assume that there is like a loggers.
No,
Oh, only fire. They do not cut the trees.
they have what's called lattice duty.
Which is
You know what a lattice is. You've used them before in the Verduran forest. Here, the lattices serve a different purpose, but have the same means of coming about. They're what connect here to the Verduran. You've used them before.
oh, basically they zoink the wood away in other
Yeah.
places.
Mm-hmm.
Then the plan with the axe head, if they do not have loggers, is not like they can still use the axes to for the fine print, like for fashioning their houses and hollowing them out and stuff like that. I assume that they are working with wood, so an axe is always useful. But
Now,
I will make
Davos.
a note to introduce more woodworking tools, not only axes, like chisels and stuff like that, that are for more precise work.
Now, Davos, you know who would
Yes.
be very useful to you here?
Oh,
It's a group of people.
no.
Yeah, they would be incredibly useful to you here.
I've removed them from my mind, from my memory.
Okay.
I try to think that they've died ruthlessly and painfully in the war.
Okay.
Sure,
Alright.
can I join the lattice people?
cannot.
I want to study more how they work.
You can only do so after the first week that you've been here. You gotta put down roots.
Okay. Then I'll join my friend Luthien in some earnest grant work.
Okay.
Earn income.
Yep, it's under the compendium. It's a macro.
Oh, it's not in the basic actions. Okay.
No.
It should be in the basic action macro, is it not?
It should also be
It's
available
not.
in the compendium.
It's not in the downtime activities. In the basic macro is only subsist.
Ah, okay.
PF2E
Let me find
macros.
compendium. Yep. Drag that.
While Davos is doing that, Morris and Palin, what are you doing with your week of downtime to put down roots?
For 1 week, right?
For 1 week at least, yes.
Do they need more craftspeople or do they need more arcana?
They need everything. It's a city.
But not one over the other?
Nope. Ooh, crit success. How about you, Morris? What are you going to do to put down the roots?
I
Wait,
was gonna
wait,
roll
wait,
some
have-
dice, but a machine issue has caused me to need to reboot. But
Oh no.
it's fine. I feel like it's a graphics card issue. It happens every week, and I'm now deducing it. But I would think for Morris, I would like to just to show face and just establish some type of roots.
Diplomacy?
Yeah, I guess like just going around and then just introducing the crew. Like, yeah, this is who we are. Well, I'm not very charismatic, so let me not even say that.
How about deception and tell these people you've been isekai'd to the plane of wood?
I could do that.
Don't understand why in my check there is an armor check penalty.
'Cause you're trying to do athletics in heavy armor, maybe?
Yeah, but I do have the strength for the armor. I'm gonna check that a little bit. Okay, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. I thought even if you had the strength for the armor, you still
No,
took
no,
the penalty.
You take with the heavy armor. You take like 5 out of 10 of the speed penalty, but not the check penalties.
That's weird. It shouldn't do that because you meet all the requirements. You have 4 strength and you're wearing heavy armor, so it should just.
Now
weird.
remember, they still have the version 13 is in beta. There might be certain things that are hiccuping again.
The earn income is level 12, 7 days.
Right? You are level 12 in a level 12 settlement, so it will be 7 days, 1 week at least.
And is this a private role or a blind role?
It is very much a public role because they want to see what you're capable of. Ooh, another critical success. All right, Morris, you're up. Came to this magical world from the old one. And you are super powerful. Don't fall off like Shield Hero.
Kind of like the idea of just a character who is just a planeshopper and just pretends to be isekai'd into every world he goes to.
Not letting me save the earn income in my macro bar.
Huh. Well, we have it printed in the chat window, so that's all that matters.
I am back. However,
Okay.
I'm still loading.
That's okay. So we had 2 crit successes and a success, so things are looking very good. It looks like you guys will be eating this week.
Eating is good.
Eating's fine.
Yeah?
DM, I'm sorry to bother you, but could you kick the current session Tony so I can join in under that username?
Kick.
If that's possible.
I did.
Whoa.
I did
Alright, I'll
not.
refresh.
I did not ban. I kicked.
It's still grayed out, so I'll join under Iron's name for a moment.
Okay. You'll still have access to your character that way.
Yeah,
That has
Iron-
GM control, just so you know.
Okay. Then maybe I will switch it over to another Czech person.
Okay.
But I think what Morris is going to do is, establishing roots of like establishing rumors about who we are. Like, yeah, we just got junted here. It's crazy. So let's see. Morris. Deception.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna earn income with deception? That's interesting.
No, I think I'm going to gossip. How's that sound?
Okay. Okay.
But I'll use deception and let's see. What type of check? It has to be diplomacy.
It doesn't have to be. You're earning income.
Okay.
You
So,
can pick whatever skill.
Then I will use deception to like explain, hey, yeah, this is who we are, where we're from, and we have all these types of new goods that you may not see from the Elemental Plane of Wood. Like, I heard one of our guys has found a material that can help out with this whole effort, and if you put a little money in my hand, I'll probably put in a good word type of situation.
What's money?
Yeah, when
yeah, right.
when you say that, they go like, like they do ask what's money. They have no currency here.
No worries. I won't establish that evil into this world. However, I will request, like, hey, if I can get you these new tools, would you be willing to vouch for me and the crew?
That is something they're incredibly interested in.
All right.
That helps them work.
Cool. And then deception, disgrace.
I don't even think you can earn income with deception.
No, I don't think so either. I'm looking at the it's either crafting, lore, or performance. And would you excuse deception for let's see what lore I have for
Forest
actually
lore.
now. Forest lore, you want to do that?
Yeah, it's the elemental plane of wood. If you can't use forest lore here, where can you use it?
Fair enough.
What
And this
the
is-
hell is that? Is a mess.
I clicked the action thinking I was gonna get the role you got, but maybe it's because I'm a DM. I need to change off this character real quick.
Yep.
Lore, GM level is it level 12?
Level 12.
Yeah. 7 days.
And this is in the macros.
Yep. Just earn income.
Failure.
No, that's me. I'm checking if it's fixing the thing.
Okay.
It's not. I did it privately to not annoy, but the result of the macro was public.
No sweat.
I apologize for not seeing it. I see animations.
So type in earn income into the compendium.
You know what? Thank you. I typed in macros instead of like.
And pull the earn income macro onto the bar.
And then press 1 when I have it. We're gonna use forest lore for 7 days, level 12. I can do this. Go! Critical success is from Palin, and let's see. A hero point.
Okay.
You're gonna have to roll it again. It will not work with the hero point.
I'm just gonna try that one more time. There we go, much better.
All right. So 2 successes and 2 critical successes. After that first week, things are looking a bit better. But on the second day that you're here, after you cleaned out that cellar, that grandmother invites you to dinner, telling you that you're doing a wonderful job of putting down roots, and that she is very impressed with all of you, especially Davos and Palin.
Hey, look at you guys.
So what she does is she gets a fantastic feast. It looks like a turkey, but it's made of wood. It's one of those animal wood types that you've been fighting. And in addition to the turkey, there's sap to drink. And some other things that are primarily like wood in nature, pretty much. There's roasted chestnuts. She goes all out to prepare a feast for you guys and everything, and she's very happy to have your company, and she'd like to know a little bit more about you.
So, as we said earlier, we are primarily warriors. We tried to keep the woods from where we came from safe, from terrible plague that we thought that it was undead, but instead it was facilitated by the demon that's responsible for the blight, not blight. How did you call it?
Azariel,
Nick
Prince of Earth.
No, Nictorak, how did you call the thing that spreads from the demon?
I probably called it corruption, but if I called it something specific, I do not recall off the top of my head.
Something like. For some reason, my mind is stuck on plague, but I know it wasn't a plague. Anyways, no, it's a different demon, the one that festers with corruption and destroys and warps all the nature around him to become ugly, violent, and decay everything that it touches. His agent stepped into here. We figure out that it was just our whole forest almost dying was just a test drive for what he can do in this place with this power by
Oh, that's
corrupting.
fantastic. How do we get his help?
No, he's trying to corrupt your god. He's trying to kill. Not Zibnip.
Zibik?
Zibik.
Ah, Zibik. Zibik's a very important figure around here. He created the Cradle of Naught. I don't think anything can kill Zibik, and even if it did, he'd just go into his cycle of rebirth and come back.
That's why I told you that his whole thing is not just killing. His whole thing is corrupting and subverting and making it things that he touches his own in a malign way. And that's what he's trying to do to Zibik.
So he's like Azariel, the Prince of Earth, who caused the blight within the Plane of Wood?
I'm not too familiar with the history of the Plane of Wood or the Plane of Earth and how they messed up with each other, but he's causing blight, all right. That's his whole thing.
Yes. You've heard of the radioactivity before, haven't you?
Nope.
Ah, well, it's a special type of poison that is created from Azariel's blight. Nothing survives it, and it too spreads corruption. It can corrupt the plants as well as creatures, and it can turn you into a manifestation of pure rage, bent on doing nothing but spreading the blight.
That sounds awfully familiar with what our demon is doing and what he's trying to do to Zibik.
Are you sure it's not the same one? It sounds
Maybe
like the same one.
Maybe they are, who knows? As I told you, I'm not familiar with the elemental lore that you are quoting. Actually, can I roll a nature while I'm speaking to try to figure out, since I do have the Earth Gate as well, if this is something that the elemental Lord of Earth does, or have they been like gaslit?
Okay, yeah.
So,
well, it says that roll was made 364 days ago. Now it was made 9 seconds ago. There we go. Yeah, you are very familiar with what happened with the Plane of Wood and the Plane of Earth, that they were at war with one another way back when. And the lingering blight and radioactivity is something that Zibik has been working to get rid of all this time. The Prince of Earth is very capable of doing this. In fact, that is how he spreads his corruption.
okay. Yeah, but in short, they do work very similar.
Similar but different.
Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying to the old lady. From what you tell me, the demon works very similar. Maybe this is why he took his sight into this plane, because he knows that there is already something similar to him that he can try to maybe take advantage of.
Oh. Well,
But unfortunately, you fall for the champion's tricks. You thought that she was instead the champion of Zibik, and you sent her right to him.
but
That's
why
why
would
we
she
need-
lie?
I am Queen Talandia, ruler of all elven kind in Keonan. Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, it's a pleasure, dear. I've never met royalty before.
That was a lie.
Oh, why would you lie?
Exactly, because it's easy and it gets things that people want.
Really? She looks over at Morris. I'm 30.
Morris goes into his pack and takes out an old cob pipe that he has never smoked in the presence of his companions and just starts back to bed.
Ooh,
that's tobacco.
To answer you a bit more straightforward, you've been in ages long gone at war with the plane of Earth, right?
Oh, that was a long time ago, dearie. It's completely over and done with now. I don't even think the Prince of Earth actually remembers this place, much less cares.
Correct, but back then, when the war was raging on, imagine if a few words could turn the tide and make one a clear winner. That's what lying can do.
Oh. No, I've never heard of lying being used like that before. When you say it like that, it seems like such a powerful weapon.
It is. One
We
that
should
you
lie
must
all the
always be-
time then.
You should be guarded against it all the time. You are correct in that it is a weapon that you should be guarded against.
Well, she thanks Davos for the conversation, and she moves right down the line. Palin, she wants to know more about you.
I'm a student of magic. I've been for most of my life.
Oh, you're a kineticist?
No, the arcane arts of true magic.
What? True magic? What's that?
Through study and hard work,
Oh,
learning
Hey,
formula
I work hard.
and memorizing said formula.
Well, we value hard work here in the Cradle of Not. Maybe that's why we've taken a liking to you so far already. I've heard very good things about you. These arcane arts. Are they useful?
They can be.
I would say that you're the only arcane arts user in all the Cradle of Not, Palin.
I might be. I don't know.
What do you intend to do with this great power of yours here?
I intend to stop someone who's trying to destroy you all. If you'll let us at some point.
Well, if it were up to me, I would definitely tell you what you needed to know. I think you're good people. But unfortunately, Ruzadoya did not come to me, nor did I have the information that she needed. And she's gonna look over to Luthien. Tell me, dear, tell me about yourself. Queen Talandia, or Luthien, whichever you prefer.
I'm Luthien Silverbloom. I come from the same planet as these people, but I live a bit further away. I am a professor at a school called the Pavilion of Flowers.
How wonderful! A teacher, and you are among flowers and named after one. That is truly beautiful.
I am also a kineticist.
Oh? What kind?
Fire, of course.
Oh, you are very valuable around here.
You see, that too is a lie. You cannot trust people.
What?
I
Why
am not a
not?
kineticist. I am a sorceress.
There's a difference?
Well, of course. I have the art of healing people. Watch, I'll show you. And I'm gonna walk up to Davos, punch him in the face, and then heal him.
Oh my.
See? No more pain, no more damage.
She's not quite sure how to take this.
Well, she's speaking the truth that I no longer hurt, but the fuck?
It's easy to prove a point. You could handle it.
No healing spell could cure his pride.
I'm very curious why your ears are pointed.
I am an elf.
What is elf?
I go into a 20-minute conversation about the differences between elves and humans and how elves think they are superior and came from another planet. And
Oh, you came from another planet? Oh, we were not aware of Castrovel when we were connected to the material plane.
Yeah, we kind of saw Galarian and said, this would be a nice home too, even though we already had a whole planet all to ourselves. And now we've populated multiple planets.
Oh, timeshare, okay. Well, that is extremely interesting. Thank you for telling me that story. And she looks over to Morris. So, young man, tell me about yourself.
What is there to know about little old me? And we'll tell tales of where they started, which is the not Underdark, because that's
The Darklands?
The Darklands, thank
Yes.
you.
Oh, I'm sorry, and she takes out the new book of the Shining Kingdoms. I'm afraid this has been retconned.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Amend them there. Oh, that's what we had called now? Oh, okay. Yeah, from the Darklands and
Cavern Elves,
basically,
yes.
yeah, basically improving from being a common cut to someone a bit more, I guess, noble in their ways, and tells of Avery and how war has changed a lot of people where we're from, and yeah, just here to do right.
Tell
That
me
is why.
more about this nobility.
I mean, when you come from a background where lying, cheating, and stealing is what you know, sometimes at some point you get sick of it.
But lying makes you powerful.
Not if it hurts others. If it harms others, that makes you terrible. It makes you weak for employing such an easy tactic.
And it's easy too, you say.
I mean, I'm gonna ask you a different question. How hard is to go into like a house with an axe and not even an axe, a fire kineticist burning down a house here? It is powerful in the way that he just slaughtered 5 people, but
Right. But we are...
and it is easy to do so, right? For him.
Well, the concept of law is put into us at a very early age. This is a very lawful, aligned plane of existence. But now that you bring it up, yeah, there's nothing stopping me. And she begins stroking her chin hairs. Yes. Nothing at all.
Except for those who know you'll lie. Because once all those lies you tell come back to bite you, that same strength you said, the same power that they hold, comes back at you twice-fold, maybe fourth-fold.
Unless you have money, in which case you can pay them off and bribe them, and then you can do whatever you want.
What is money?
Something
Oh,
like that.
I will show you.
Oh.
We are going to ruin this society.
Yeah, I was ready not to.
Oh,
that
what?
was just
You-
grants.
You make me wait a week to chase Ruzadoya. I ruin your society.
I mean, hey, sure.
The event only happens after the first week. So yeah,
I'll take out Electrum.
oh, what? Ooh, and she looks at the very shiny disc. What pretty discs!
Now, in short, the concept of money is very simple.
It comes
You-
from the plane of metal.
No,
you
it
could
doesn't-
even shave trees down and make paper and turn that into currencies. And if you control the printing operations, you become king or queen.
King? Queen? What is this? Is it like a steward?
Even higher than Ereshad, you rule over all of a region, not just the Cradle of Naught.
Oh. This may be the idea that Sway Blossom wanted.
Let me put it that way. You give us food because we worked for that week, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I wanted to show you that you are welcome here and your contributions.
Thank you.
So imagine if those contributions could be instead be quantified. Let's say you burn down 5 trees, you get 5 coins. And then you go to someone who hunt that nice turkey you served us, and that turkey cost 1 of this coin. So basically money is nothing more or nothing less than a convenient way to quantify the amount of work and value you bring. So if you have a lot of money, you have a lot of value, and you can get all those stuff that you will be getting by doing honest work simply by having this money.
I see.
Or in your case, you have tons and tons of children, and let's just say that you told your children because you were so gracious to birth them into this world, they owe you 10% of everything they earn, then you never have to work at all because obviously you put in such hard work to bring them into this world, and their production is providing more work.
I like everything you just said to me. Yes, a birth tax. I love it.
I'm going to scream.
So
I'm
yes,
going to happily walk away from this society and go, we did a good thing.
and it's
They
gonna be
brought it-
burning over the horizon.
They brought it to themselves by stacking us here for a week doing downtime activities.
Yeah. So, the rest of dinner goes well. They have like a little like sugar wood cake or whatever, and they give you like a fermented sap, and it's a very, very lovely dinner, and you feel like you've impressed this woman so much that she's gonna act on all this advice.
Real question. Does the wood turkey taste more like an animal or more like wood?
Both.
Okay. Ugh. It's
All right.
turkey, dude. That's all it is.
So, Aphild is going to give you a purifying ladle and a greater rooting rune, along with a panacea.
All right. So, panacea.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen this specific rune in a rich weapon in a fighter destroying whole armies.
Okay, level 13 item. This
Yeah.
potion appears to shift colors with no two observers describing it the same way. When consumed, you attempt to counteract all curses, diseases afflicting you, as well as blind, deafened conditions from spells affecting you. Potion has a counteract rank of 7 and a 1d20 plus 20 modifier for its roll. Interesting.
7th rank cleanse.
I'll put it in my the P for party stash.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said a purifying ladle.
Yep, purifying ladle.
Okay, let me just click and drag this panacea. Come on.
So, after that week of downtime, you feel like the people around the Cradle of Knot regard you a little bit more highly. And people are extremely interested not only in your tools, but the minting of this money that you've been talking about and how they can produce it from trees.
So what if you created stone tokens for money?
Oh, yes, yes, tree can be destroyed.
This money will last forever.
Interesting.
You make different shaped stones be worth different amounts of money. It takes you no extra work, but they don't know that the value of each of them is different. You tell them a star is worth 10 gold, like a platinum. A circle is worth a copper. A square is worth a silver.
I think that not shape but size will matter here, because while
God, big stone wheel.
stone is,
Capable. You're right, someone could cheat.
yeah, if it's just the shape, then they could simply save it off. But if we do that, the more expensive coin is like bigger, then the only way that I can do is save it down, not increase it in size.
Campaign's over. We're creating a bank. We're starting an economic empire
Yeah.
in the Plain of Wood.
Abadar would like to know your location.
Yep. So I spent my evenings creating coins, and someone more intelligent than me or more charismatic than me is going to have to spread the word of how this work and why they are such a great idea to be implemented.
Luthien will spend every day at lunch in front of this building with her bullhorn, doing like little public infomercials on how money works and how it can be spent, and do little demonstrations of goods being traded, and saying, trying to upset the system of being like, you too can earn the things of your, that only the upper class have. All of those conversations.
As you do one of these little sessions, you notice that your friend Pashav is here now.
Wasn't he on... how did he get here?
Pashav has come to help. Reinforcements.
Reinforce? What do you mean?
Reinforcements.
Asaf was the house fairy, right?
Yep. He specializes in doing menial chores and work.
Ah. We were given a hole to live past, even though it is under a big tree, very similar to how it was in a cave. It was a complete mess. You have your work cut out for it. There were even maggots eating the furnitures there and the walls. You get to repair everything.
Pashav is up for the challenge. And he's gonna get to work. Yeah.
Do you need me to do a diplomacy check for my infomercials?
That's up to you if you wish this to be your next downtime activity for the next week.
Oh God.
What about the rest
Fine.
of you guys? Yep.
I will do it.
Do public. Yep. What about the rest of you guys? What are you doing for your next week of downtime activity inside the Cradle of Knot? Davos, you want to do a crafting for all those coins and stuff?
Yes, I was thinking of trying to do a crafting to make them like more embellished and maybe like more precise, with like very similar one to another and stuff like that. And of course, given I'm gonna share the idea to my dear friend who is preaching about the value of money, that we will be giving ourselves the first share of this money for our downtime work in making the money and spreading it and teaching, not spreading, but teaching them how to use it.
Okay. So yeah, they've never seen this material before. They have no idea what it's worth, and it's only coming from you guys.
Spices, you say, for the British. Interesting.
Is it still a level 12
Yep.
task to make them?
Level 12. Alright. How about you, Palin? What's your downtime activity?
I'll continue to work with Arcana.
Okay. Morris, what's your downtime activity for the second week in the Cradle of Knot?
Picking my nose, but also,
Oh my god.
let's see.
Ooh, critical success again.
That's on crafting. That's huge.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try earn income again with oh, that's just a click and drag that. Hold on. I did it, but it was done under iron.
No sweat.
Earn.
Nictarek, you may roll earn income as well for your barking.
No.
No.
I will hero point.
Okay. No.
No.
It seems that they've heard enough. They don't think talking is working.
All right. Guess forest lore. Let's go.
Uh-huh. The most broken skill in all of Wardens of Wildwood. Also a failure. Alright, so the second week's not going so well for you guys. However, Palin and Davos seem to be very, very well regarded inside the Cradle of Knot. Also, Pashav has made his way up the ranks and has now been promoted to one of Ereshad's servants.
That's what you should expect from a workaholic fairy.
Pashav will not stop until the work is done, and the work, and he narrows his eyes, is never done.
Pasav, now that you may have the ear of that asshole, that's the leader of the city.
The Hollow Man?
Why do you call him like that?
He is hollow. Like you said, nothing inside.
No soul?
No, nothing. Hollow.
I turn towards what was the name of the native that we brought with us? I forget her name.
Match.
Mads, yes.
Oh,
I
Mads,
turn
okay,
towards
not him.
Mads and say, why would Pasav refer to him as such?
Because Ereshad is a Djinn of the wood plane. He is not complete without this plane. He may look different to you than he did to me eons ago.
Huh.
It's the same for Djinn of, air or fire.
Interesting. So yes, this Hollow Man then is who we need to hear of us and more importantly, trust us to give the information that he gave through Zadoya.
Oh, yes, Pashav will ask.
If you can get information, all the better. If you can't, simply an audience with him will be also very helpful.
The Hollow Man sees no one.
He did see Ruzadoya.
Yes, because Rosadoya was Zibik's champion.
That's a lie.
Yeah,
though.
we sh-
We know that.
Yes. So why
Should've
don't
just-
you...
Told them that we're Zibik's champion too.
I was about to ask that.
If they don't know what lying is, god damn it, it was so easy.
Yeah, it was! And all the times I hinted at it, too. Pashav was about to straight up say it.
Lying's bad, guy.
Shut up, Morris.
Shut up, Morris!
From a rogue.
Don't talk to the champion like that.
Oh my god!
God damn it.
Alright, so Pashav's going to talk to Arishad.
Think this is gonna work for him?
Yeah. So he comes up, and he brushes up against Davos and Palin, but not too hard. As he comes through, just walking by as if he's ignoring all four of you, and then turning around and going like, "Oh, you're here. I suppose I've heard about you."
Ah. You must be the regent of this city.
I am
Right.
Stuart, Arishad Emitra, servant of Zibik, grand leader of the Cradle of Naught, the most hard worker here. You have the pleasure of being in my presence.
So, we came bearing
Are-
sudden, terrible news. And we need your help. Help that only a being of your stature can provide to resolve that mistake that was made.
A mistake?
Yes, you've been led astray. Ruzadoya is not a champion of Zibik. Ruzadoya is here to kill, or not exactly kill, but to corrupt Zibik, like with things similar to how the Earth Elemental Lord's powers are corrupting the forest.
She said she would lie about that. She taught me all about what lying is.
Yes, but did it happen to notice that maybe she was lying too?
She said you would say that.
Yeah, but what proof did she have that she was not lying and we are?
The power, of course. Show me Zibik's power, and I shall believe you.
I created three.
Just summon wood.
Yeah, I created three.
Okay? And he goes, "Ugh, we don't need more of those."
Okay, then I can, and I snap my fingers and I destroy the tree.
Now that is impressive, I suppose.
I have
But
the
it is not Zibik's power. Show me power over fungus, and I shall believe you.
Is there anything here that is corrupted by fungus?
No.
But you see, that's the thing. As I told you, the patron of Ruzadoya is one who uses fungus to corrupt nature, like pestilence.
Fungus is a good thing.
Not
Did Rosadoya tell that?
everything is good in moderation, but there are, as you know, that there are different types of trees. There are also different types of fungus. Some of them good, some of them evil.
Can you show me Zibik's power or not?
What do you want me to show?
Something fungus related.
But Zibik's power is fungus?
Yes.
the staff.
Yeah, I take the. We have the stuff from that Carcatrix is carrying, right? That had
Carcatrix
fungus
is in
powder
here.
in it. Yeah, but we have the stuff.
Carcatrix has the staff.
Let me check something.
Tell you what,
Yep.
if I'm not mistaken.
You guys have seed pods, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we almost they sold
But
them.
that's the worst.
But it's a power of Zebek, is it not?
Yeah, but look for fungal related, if I'm not mistaken. Let's.
This is on
Yeah.
leaves.
I'll produce the seed pod.
Okay.
Actually, no. Wait. I'm gonna bring forth my shield.
Oh.
Never mind. I put back the seed pod.
Okay. He looks at the shield and he goes like, "Oh, this is an artifact of great power."
And I'm gonna use the once per day ability to sprout a light to summon plant or fungus.
Oh, okay. Okay. And he says like, yes. Yes, this is Zibik's power. I suppose I can trust what you are saying.
So, what we're saying is that Ruzadoya is here to try to corrupt Zibik. I'm not sure even if Zibik is aware of it, or if he's been led astray. The patron of Ruzadoya is a great and terrible being, with power at least rivaling that of Zibik.
Interesting.
So we need to get to her before she gets to Zibik. Worst case scenario, we need to get to Zibik to protect him.
Zibik does not need protection. However, I am willing to tell you how to find him, and thus find Ruzadoya, if you are willing to do something for me.
What do you
It
mean?
What?
is
I want all four of you to marry me.
No.
He just stands there awkwardly. Tabo's access stopped working. So, in the
I thought it was
module,
smoke bomb.
in the module, he forces you to do the ritual with him if you want the information. How are we going to make this work, children?
Do we kill Airstrad? Like this is.
Wait. I turn towards Mads and say, so what does he mean by that and why?
He wants you because you're the four best workers he's ever seen.
Yeah, and what profit does he get from us marrying him?
By doing the wish ritual with him, or the heart bond ritual, he'll effectively make you unable to leave the Cradle of Naught, and thus be eternal servants to him.
Oh
Ah.
no.
Okay, so speaking of Mads, do you remember her?
Yes, I took her job.
Because she left, right?
Correct.
But
Are there
now she's
any
back.
children?
But now she's back.
Yeah, she's back.
Aren't you afraid that she's going to take your job?
No,
Take back her rightful place at the top?
this is not her rightful place. She walked off worksite.
I have a way to make certain that you won't lose your job.
Oh,
And I'm gonna point to the pile of coins that I've been making all week.
yep. Oh, what are those? Those look nice.
Have you seen such material before?
No, I have never seen such material before.
It doesn't age, it doesn't rust, it doesn't decay, it doesn't get destroyed.
Like Zibik!
We wanted, unlike Zibik, they are static, you cannot change them.
Ah,
But that's their beauty, because you can represent the amount of work of each person with those tokens and reward them with that
okay.
instead of doing that directly. And you are a smart man, you understand that whoever controls all of this basically controls all of the work.
Okay. I'll tell you
Yeah.
how to find Zibik and thus how to find Rosadoya if you give me the coins, and I'll give you a level 14 item, and half of you marry me, and stay here for 1 year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard no.
Uh,
I don't swing
Wait.
that way. Sorry, Emerson.
big question, Mads. Who decides who is on top in the marriage?
That's determined by the populace, by who works the hardest.
Do you, I'm not forcing you, but do you want then a chance to earn back your spot here? I assume you don't want to go back to the universe, but stay here that you missed your place so much. But isn't this a way, if you marry into Erisad, to take the upper hand over him?
I could. I mean, if that's what you want. I don't really
No,
like
I'm
the
not-
idea of marrying him.
Okay, then scratch that. I wasn't going to force you. It was just a thought that came into mind.
No,
Just if you
if it's-
wanted to.
if
to
it
do
will
it.
help you in your mission, I will sacrifice my happiness for you.
Our mission is to save the place we all love, and that includes all people in it. So I'm not gonna sacrifice even one of those for the mission.
But this is war, Davos. What is my life or my happiness compared to the mission?
I've seen enough war to say fuck war. So, as you see, Are said we do not have a consensus.
All right.
You
How
cannot
about
give
this?
us-
I give you the information, you give me the coins, no one marries me, and I get to spy on you for 1 year. At all times, 24/7.
I don't mind you spying on me. I made the coins. I am an extremely valuable worker. If you have seen my work ethos those 2 weeks, which were both critical successes, I want to point out. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to spy on me and learn from me and my craft and how I do such fantastic work.
And even when you're
Anytime.
on the toilet and in the shower?
Sure, I'm not embarrassed. I mean, it's disgusting, but you will be disgusted. I don't mind.
Sure.
But only me, not my friends.
No, it has to be everyone.
I say back and comment.
Can we just kill him?
Did you see how I made the tree and then I snapped my fingers and it disappeared?
Yes, you Thanos snapped the tree. It scared me very much because I am made of wood.
Can I
So-
intimidate to like back Davos' statement up?
Sure.
Thank you.
I was going for something different, but sure. I was going to point to the pile of coins.
Yeah.
Say, I also made those. And now that you know their value, I can also snap them out of existence.
All right.
Anytime I want.
All right. So with that and the intimidation check, he agrees to show you how to find Zibik, but only if you make a wish with his ritual. The nature of the wish is flexible, but you cannot wish for anything that directly affects Ruzadoya or Zibik.
Okay. I want to ask him beforehand. Did Ruzadoya also had to do the same thing?
No,
Why?
because she was the champion of Zibik.
But we've proven to you that she wasn't.
Correct.
So why can't we get the same treatment as Ruzadoya?
Because you are not the champion of Zibik.
Neither was she.
Correct. So what I'm gonna need is a day, and I need to know what your wish is.
Do we do the wish? Does he need to know our wish before the ritual happens?
Correct. He needs to know that it's not related to Zibik or Ruzadoya in any way.
Okay, let's circle back to that. Why not connected to Ruzadoya? I get Zibik, but why not connected to Ruzadoya?
He won't allow it. Those are his two stipulations on the wish that
Yeah,
he will grant you.
But why now that he knows that she tricked him?
Because he's an asshole. You don't know how painful this part was.
I wish for you to abdicate yourself as steward and make Madge the leader of the Cradle of Naught.
But if I do
That's
that,
my wish.
but if you wish for that, I will become
It is my
hers.
wish, and you are going to defy my wish after we've already made a deal? That money can disappear.
I can't defy it. I've made the agreement. I'm a Djinn. I have to follow through.
Fucked, bitch.
You have destroyed my power. All right, the way you find Zibik is look for the purple flowers. I'm out.
Back into the slave pits for it. Good job, Mads, on your new job.
Oh, that happened all so quickly, Madge says. I don't even know how to explain that.
Magic.
His stipulations for the only 2 rules for his wish were not very wise on his part, considering we don't really like him. That fucker made us wait 2 weeks to tell us that we need to follow some fucking purple flowers. Are you kidding me? I'm tired of this town. Let's go.
Wasted enough time. Now, Ruzadoya doesn't have 5 days. Get a head start. She has 20. So let's rush.
Madge, can we have some more of your potions before we leave, please?
Absolutely, but shouldn't you stop your friend from setting fire to things? As she points
What
to
friend?
Pashav.
You know what? We got the information we needed. You're the ruler here.
You're the ruler. Do what you want.
You should probably wait
Gotta
2 weeks
go.
before you tell him to do something.
Yes, Pasha, do not light fires. Madge is now the ruler here, and, no, stop. Pasha, no! No, Pasha.
Fire cleanses all. Pashav will clean up this town.
You know what? Have fun.
Oh, and Matt, since I gave to him those stone coins, and it may inconvenience you a little bit, I'm
Oh
gonna
god,
spend
there's
it-
so much fire. Oh god.
Pashav
gonna
thinks
spend
we
a
should
few
get the hell out of here.
I'm gonna spend a few actions and make a few, like, 2 bulk boulders for Mads to have as
Okay.
stockpile of gas if he tries to do anything funny.
I don't know. Madge is kind of getting the fuck out of there too.
You know what? I don't like this place anymore.
Sure.
I mean, you've abdicated once. Who says you can't do it a second time? Ershat's not in charge.
So we look in the background, and the city is just exploding. We've introduced economy and lying into their society.
Pashav has introduced kerosene. Alright, so as the explosions go off in the background, you set off into the wastelands to find purple flowers. Or purple spores, or whatever it is.
I think it's both.
Maybe.
It's... And yes, to get that information, you did have to perform a ritual with Arashad. And yes, all those things Raymond was saying was true.
He
did want to spy on you.
He has this spell called Unrelenting Observation, like the bee man had, who wanted to put bees on you.
And I think if you failed the ritual, you were obligated to 1 year of service.
More.
In the Cradle of Nod? Oh, it's more. Okay.
It's 5. It's like 5 or something, yeah. It completely removes you from the game, which is just... why, I don't know.
No, you go after Uzadoya after 5 years.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's just a little time skip.
And then when you get there, she's like Vegeta and says, like, you're late.
No. She's still on her way in the exact position that the book says that you find her. You can't take half of the book and not take the other half, right?
Yeah. So, when you are ready, Arashad guides you out of the Cradle of Nod, accompanied by the Cradle Guards, and leads you to the southeast into the hinterlands, but not directly towards the blighted regions of the deeper wilderness. And he shows to you a wooded area where the flora appears much younger than the surrounding wilderness. The plants flourish here, but they're still relatively small. And as you travel through the area, you begin to notice that the plant growth here is more like what would be found in the Verduran forest rather than the plain of wood. It's almost like the plants here break the perfect symmetry of the plain.
Cultural exchange.
As Arashad says, we are near, and this is where I must leave you. You will find Zibix speakers in areas such as this. The spores are a sure sign, as this is chaotic growth. Zibix leaves behind these speakers as he battles the blight. How or why, we do not know, but they carry on his work in his stead. It is easiest to find him in places where they have had more time to do their work and repair the landscape. Where the blight ravages life, you might confuse the chaos of disease with the chaos of Zibix abundance. There are even those who believe that Zibix speakers have become corrupted, and they now spread the very blight they are supposed to destroy. I do not believe this is to be true, but there is much I have come to question in these past weeks. Tread carefully, and remember, whatever the speakers look or sound like, you are bearing witness to the word of a god. Now, if you excuse me, I have to go back to being unemployed.
Herbert, as he walks away.
Yeah. Madge turns to you and says, we know of 4 speakers near the Cradle of Nod. There's a speaker near here, another in the flourishing wilderness to the south, another in the withered morass of the north, and one in the blighted borderlands to the east. I know not how many of you will need to speak with to learn Zibix's whereabouts, but we should try to find out that information at once if we can. If we have to find all 4, then we have to find all 4. Not even I can understand their will. But the speakers all seem connected to Zibix somehow. If you are worthy, and I do believe you are, Match says, they may share that connection with you. Rosadoya seemed to have some kind of connection, even before setting out to find these speakers. Whether that helped or hindered her, I really don't know.
Okay, then let's get started. You
Match.
said that there is one nearby.
Yeah. How do you know all this? It's just like, well, ever since I came back to the plane of wood stuff, I guess. Yeah.
Well, she wasn't a queen for nothing. A regent, sorry, for nothing. She knows how to socialize. Okay, and how
Definitely
do we-
not taking over the part of Ereshad after you completely fucked him.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry.
No, I wasn't expecting that, man. I wasn't expecting. I wish for you to abdicate.
There was only 2 stipulations for his wish. I mean, you know.
You could have wished for an artifact.
But this is more fun.
Oh, God.
The artifact will lose its usefulness. The happiness I feel in my heart for ruining his time will never leave.
Pasha felt much happiness with the explosions. All right, so
Yeah.
this is a downtime activity, gentlemen. You contribute your efforts to the day's search for Zybic speakers, whether by helping directly, by looking out for danger, by navigating terrain, or by keeping companions safe and healthy. Yeah. Critical successes 2 points, successes 1 point, failure loses a search point. What you doing?
I use my knowledge of nature to try to find the spots.
Okay.
I will use athletics to clear the way.
All right. Palin, Morris, what you doing
What were
to
the
help?
options again?
Anything. You contribute
I'll-
your efforts to the day's search for Zybic speakers, whether by helping directly, by looking out for danger, by navigating terrain, by keeping companions safe and healthy. You know, just choose something.
Alright, I will use Arcana to try and find any magical signs
All right.
of what we're looking for. Let's go to the right page.
Ooh, Arcana's really helping today. And Morris. Is it time for another super broken,
Forest lore.
Tony dead?
He might be. He hasn't moved his mouse.
Oh no. Let's see.
I think we can assume he would roll forest lore.
Yeah, hang on. Let me just I think he fell asleep.
Maybe.
Yeah. Tony. Maybe we should leave it here till next time.
Okay.
An easy place to pick up.
Yep.
Yep.
So I think you have 4 successes so far, and we'll see what we do with Tony's or whomever is here next week. Make sure you tell everyone in chat that they need to level up to 13, because you guys did level.
We did it.
You did.
We did it.
You did it. We're doing it. We're in chapter 3, baby. Aren't you excited?
We're in the end game now.
Yeah, we are. Can you get enough search points? Because once you get enough search points, you get to earn more search points to do search points, and then do search points a 4th time, and then maybe after that you'll get to find more search points.
Smile.
Have a good one, guys.
Thank you.
Have a
Thank
good
you for
one.
running. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks for
You too.
running. Thanks for playing, guys.
Bye-bye.